Okay, so we're back in the devilish camp after... We need to loot all of this stuff. You're eating nug? That looks like a nug to me. There was a bunch of Allah there, you know. If you really wanted to eat some. Oh, they're still here. And this Allah is alive. Still. Well, I guess they're gonna cook them later. So now this camp will be the tale of Lauren. This book acquired from Kamen relates the tale of Lauren in its most cherished form. Oh, we have Keeper's Ring that it's only +1 dexterity. Well, I guess people have free slots, so maybe somebody that has very low dexterity could use that. And the Magister staff. Okay, and the greater health poultice.
I see.
Regarding Mira actually disliking the elven gods, disliking them, I mean, she doesn't believe that much in the maker either. I mean, mind you. Okay, we have something here. It's just that the maker is related to a system that she likes. That's about it. It's not. She doesn't necessarily believe in the maker. She believes in him when it is convenient to her. Look at our future army. The elf is pale and sweating, breathing in a fitful and disturbed sleep. His body is showing evidence of some form of slow transformation. Yeah, I need to try to make him more comfortable. So, he's a future future soldier. The elf flinches from your touch and then slowly calms. Grow. I love this game. Anybody else? So those are the guys standing guard. Okay, so we're done then. What about this chest? Oh, it was deactivated. Maybe we should say a couple of words to the Lady of the Forest to see what she has to say.
You are most welcome here, mortal. Efforts continue to gather the werewolves to make war under your command.
It will take some time yet to organize a large force of my people. I shall work quickly.
Thank you, Swift Runner. I mean, Mira doesn't absolutely see this as a problem. If they are gonna be a problem, she is just gonna kill them. It's not like the elves gave her any... I mean, I think she's more inclined to trust the werewolves she provided revenge for than actually the elves, since, I mean, right from the beginning, the elves weren't very friendly, and they were, putting condition over condition over condition for their collaboration, and along with their arrogance. Yeah, Mira really didn't trust them and nor like them, and yeah. I mean, the werewolves are simple. Swift Runner wanted revenge, and Mira gave it to him, and now she has a army of very dangerous beasts. I'm trying to figure out why I'm not getting any dialogue in this area, because I should be getting some.
You were very quiet, Sten.
Only compared to some.
Okay, so that was it. Cool. Let's get to camp.
I lied to you, you know, about why I left Orlais.
Oh, really? Well, your circumstances were strange, so I knew you weren't telling me something.
I didn't feel like talking about it then, what happened to me. Maybe it will affect us, maybe not, but you should know. I came to Farelden and the Chantry because I was being hunted in Orlais.
So, you're a criminal of some sort?
I was framed, betrayed by someone I thought I knew and could trust. Marjolaine. She was my mentor and friend. She taught me the bardic arts, how to enchant with words and song, to carry myself like a highborn lady, to blend in as a servant. The skills I learned, I used to serve her, my bard master, because I loved her, and because I enjoyed what I did.
Yeah, so you were dutiful, but you still got in trouble. So did Mira. She can relate.
You can say it was my fault. There was a man I was sent to kill. I was to bring Marjolaine everything he carried. I don't know who this man was. She gave me a name and a description, and I hunted him down. I found documents on his body, sealed documents.
Yeah, important documents.
It turns out that they were. My curiosity got the better of me. Something told me that I needed to know what was in those letters. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of information about Orlais to other countries, Nevara and Antiva among others. It was treason.
Because it was against her country. Yeah, Mira understands that. And yet I cannot understand it. Come on. It's obvious why this is treason, because she's supposed to gather information for Orlais, not the reverse. Oh, come on, game. Yeah, how bad was it?
I considered it to be bad. My life as bard taught me that my loyalties should be kept fluid. My concern was not that she was a traitor, but that her life would be in danger if she was caught. Orlais has been at war with so many countries. It takes a harsh view of such things, as I later discovered.
Yes. Yeah, Mira knows some history. So, actually, most countries do not appreciate treason, in fact.
I should have left well alone, but I didn't. I had to tell Marjolaine I feared for her life. She brushed aside my concern. She admitted her guilt, but said it was in the past. That is why the documents had to be destroyed, she said. I believed her. I kept believing up till the moment they showed me the documents, altered by her hand, to make me look the traitor.
Who's they?
The Orlesian guards. They captured me. Did terrible things to make me confess and reveal my conspirators. It was a traitor's punishment I endured. And at the end of it, all that awaited me was eternity in an unmarked grave.
Well, you never sought revenge on Marjolaine for this.
No. Survival was my only concern at the time. The skills Marjolaine taught me were good for something at least. I broke free when I saw the opportunity. I did not seek Marjolaine out. If she thought I was coming for her, she would have me caught again.
Well, so you came to Farelden, to Lothering.
I was tempted to confront her. I was furious, betrayed. But what could I do against her? And so I fled to Farelden, to the Chantry and the Maker. Farelden protected my person, and the Maker saved my soul. And that is the reason I am here. The real reason. No more lies between us, at least in this.
But you never lied, you omitted. It's different. You have to know that your past is going to catch up to you eventually.
I do not think so. I have not seen a shadow of an Orlesian since I came to Farelden. It feels good to have this off my chest. Thank you for listening and understanding.
Oh, hello, Bulfa. What does she need?
We stand ready to fight at your side against the Blight, Warden. Farelden has never seen an army such as you will command.
Wow, you're not growling and such. So tell me, what do you need?
Naught but our claws and teeth. Tend to your other recruits, lest they feel inadequate.
Oh, that's great news. Fantastic. I knew I was doing the right choice. Oh, let's see if dog has something going on. Actually, I could give him a gift. I think I found something for him. I think I found a bone or something. Ah, there we go. He doesn't have a... He always likes you. Always. And we have something... Oh, we have these devilish gloves for Zevran. Well, it's good for you. Let me see. I like those +2 constitution, but... maybe it's time to make a change. Alright, let's talk with Dog.
I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone...
Why are you harassing the dog? Well, if you've had it and didn't know it, it probably was tasty. We have the Onyx Demon statuette for Alistair, actually.
Is that for me?
And then something for Morrigan.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Alistair, do you want to talk for a bit? Actually, you know what I want to give a gift to Stan. Finally, I think we can say that we've got it, that he appreciates art. So maybe we can gift him a portrait.
I am impressed. My thanks.
You're impressed. And he got some moderate strength. We still have to deal with Flemeth. Morrigan, have you any news?
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you?
How did you become a shape changer?
I was not born such. 'Tis a skill of Flemeth's, taught over many years in the wilds. The chastened have tales of we witches, saying that we assume the forms of creatures to watch them from hiding. When a child is alone and separate from his tribe, that is when we strike, dragging the young boy kicking and screaming to our lair to be devoured. A most amusing legend.
Your mother has been doing this for a long time, then?
Changing her form, certainly. Devouring lost children, I cannot say. She has not done it in my experience, though in truth my lifespan is but a fraction of her own. Why do you ask? Is there something specific you wish to know?
Well, I've never heard of magic like that before.
No? 'Tis not unheard of in the remote corners of the world. There are traditions of magic outside of the circle of Magi, despite what those mages would have you believe. Some of these traditions are old, indeed, passed down as carefully guarded lore from one generation to the next. The zealots of the chantry would uproot all such practitioners if they could, but as luck have it, some still exist. My mother is such a one.
I mean, Mira has an open mind, of course, and she is about to become a blood mage, in any case. Well, that's good, because such traditions need to be preserved. More magic, more knowledge, more power. Mira is on board with that.
I'm shocked that you think so. Being a mage of the circle as you were, but perhaps you felt a little like a caged bird as well, caught within that dark tower.
Well, we're not allowed to experiment, and yeah, that was a big minus. But if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Yeah, maybe a little.
I thought so.
Can you change in other human forms as well?
The form of an animal is different from my own. One may study the creature, learn to move as it does, think as it does. In time, this allows one to become as it is. I gain nothing by studying another human. I already am the same as they are. I learn nothing. So the answer is no, my human form is the only one I possess.
That's a weird concept, though. Because you know already what a human is, it should be easier for you. Do you spend a lot of time as an animal?
There were nights when the wilds called to me, 'tis true. You look upon the world around you and you think you know it well. I have smelled it as a wolf, listened as a cat, prowled shadows that you never dreamed existed. But my life is as a human. I am under no illusions to the contrary.
Indeed. And what do other animals think of you when you're changed?
They do not shy away from me. To their senses, I believe I seem like any other of their species. As to what they think, I truly cannot say. Just as I am still human, no matter my form, they are still animals. Thus they cannot speak, even were I to ask.
Can anyone become a shape changer?
Anyone with sufficient will, but the act of transformation is a magical one. 'Tis a spell and thus requires a mage's talents. Indeed, you could learn the spells required if I cared to teach you.
That's all I want to ask.
Indeed. Have you an opinion on my abilities, then? Am I an unnatural abomination to be put to the torch?
You're talking with Mira, Morrigan. I think you're great, Morrigan. I think your abilities sound quite useful and interesting.
A most practical opinion. Far more so than any man I have spoken to. But enough of such talk. Let us proceed, lest the dust gather on us.
I don't understand if she intended any man as male or any human. Because, you know, women are prejudiced about apostates as well. I think she intended men as... Wow, she has the most comfortable tent of everybody. God, even me. Hey, Shale.
I've watched a lot of humans in my time. It should be aware that I have decided that it is not much like any of them.
Yeah, this is because she's an elf, so it's not human, whatever, but Mira would never say this. That's really nice, thanks, Shale.
Surely it must come from some superior lineage, yes? Some breed of flesh creature that has decided to elevate its genetic stock above its natural shortcomings?
Give me another option. Actually, Mira could seriously answer to this. Well, I don't think Mira thinks that elves are much better genetically. Actually, they are not, because I think all elven genes are recessive in Dragon Age lore. Unfortunately, it's something I don't really like, personally, as a personal opinion. I don't like where you're going with this.
I know it's difficult for such a soft creature to accept that it might not be inferior, but it will simply have to take my word for it. I would appreciate if it didn't spread around that I said anything. Humans might start to get the wrong idea. They might start thinking their race is not completely hopeless.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. And we wouldn't want that. Or maybe Mira would say, yeah, I'll keep it to myself.
Now, let us crush something into a fine paste before it starts to think I've gone all soft. Perish the thought.
Oh, good God. Actually disapproves. Do I have any gifts for her? I think I'm gonna give her this. It looks like a stone or something. It's not green, but I want to give her something. I think I gave her... What is the painted skyball? Come on.
Very nice indeed.
Oh, so you like that. Let's talk with you, Stan.
You called.
Yeah. You know, we should go and check out your personal quest, maybe. I don't want to get to Ozarmar directly. I have a question.
I am hardly surprised.
Do you find Farelden very strange?
To put it lightly, no one has a place here. Your farmers wish to be merchants. The merchants dream of being nobles, and the nobles become warriors. No one is content to be who they are.
Yeah, I get that. That's indeed some kind of a problem. Now, is it? Yeah, Amira is, as always has accepted being a mage and never ever wished anything else except a good career. She can kind of understand what Stan is saying to her. You sound a bit homesick.
Perhaps. It's strange to be in a crowd and hear a language that is not your own. To see faces that are and aren't like yours. I miss the smells of Saharon. Tea and incense and the sea. Farelden smells of wet dogs.
Yeah. I wish I could see Saharon. Yeah, I think Mira knows that Qunari do not change their lot in life unless something emergency happens. They have a strong system, but let's try and ask him about it. Strong system, strong society, hierarchy and roles. Let's see if he adds something to what I'm saying. Don't the Qunari ever want to change their lot in life?
What does that accomplish? The farmer who buys a shop is never a merchant. He is always a farmer turned merchant. He carries his old life with him as a turtle carries its shell.
Maybe you have to look at it as if he knows how to do two things, being a farmer and a merchant. And that makes the turtle stronger, I guess.
Does it? It's also his weakness.
Yes.
If he stumbles and falls over, it pins him on his back. It is better to armor yourself with no more than what you need. One life, one duty.
I think Mira thinks a lot like Stan, so happiness. I don't think Mira really thinks about happiness. She just wants what she wants, but she's not thinking of it as being happier or more satisfied. She just wants what she wants, and she usually gets it. So that's not happiness or searching for happiness. It's just her getting whatever she wants. Duty can be forgotten. Yes and no, that's too vague. Well, I do suppose that's true.
Shall we move on?
Is there anything you like about Farelden?
There is interesting food here. You have a thing. It doesn't have a word in the Qunari tongue. Little baked things like bread, but sweet and crumbly.
I never would have thought you'd have a sweet tooth.
I don't know what that means. None of my teeth are sweet. Those little baked things, however, we have none of those in my homeland. This should be remedied.
Indeed. I'll keep that in mind.
Shall we move on?
Yes.
As you wish.
Oh my god, Stan. Really? I mean, Mira didn't... she's agreeing with Stan just because of chance a little bit, because she really didn't want to be a warden. And she's not... But she's starting to enjoying it. Not the being a warden stuff, but again, as I've said before, all the power that comes with it. And the fact that she can even more get her way with things. She's not really believing the fact that the taint is gonna kill her yet, because she thinks she can resist that. She's that confident. Do I want to talk with Bodan? I think I could count Leliana talked with. Let's see if Alistair has anything new. Maybe his approval changed.
What do you need?
Can you teach others to be a Templar?
I suppose I could. But I really would rather not. When the Grand Cleric let Duncan recruit me, she made me swear never to reveal Templar secrets outside of the Chantry. I'd rather not go back on my word.
Really? You have that much respect? Yeah, I don't want anybody to be a Templar except him, so very well.
Ask me later, perhaps. Maybe I'll change my mind. This is not something small you're asking, after all.
Okay, while I was here, I sorted the inventory, the enchantments, and whatever I could sort. We need to talk still with the Zevran and Leliana. The dog has spoken to us. I changed some of Shale's crystals. Let's see if Boden's has rumors.
Are you sure I can't interest you in this hat? A pair of earrings, perhaps? A cheese knife?
Rumors?
More trouble in the land, it seems. As panic begins to rise from the dark spawn's approach, there's more and more word of riots. Guarin, Denerim, Highever. There's trouble everywhere. There are people already fleeing north for the free marches. They say that Farelden's all but lost. You think that's true? That's what I've heard on the road, anyhow. Take it for what it is. Of course. Good fortune to you and yours. Goodbye.
Let's talk with the people we have to talk to then.
I was just thinking about what happened to the elves, and I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when my mother died, and this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free.
Well, I, for one, am in no hurry to let my spirit fly free.
It's a beautiful sentiment, I think. One that brings peace and hope to the grieving.
Alright. I forgot about that. Well, the truth is that I usually skip it because... Shale and Zevran were not included in the song. Okay. Devran, have I ever seen you in this position? Because you're weird. He looks like an old man. There, let's talk to him.
What say you?
Some questions.
By all means.
Let's ask another elf what his opinion about the devilish is. So, what it is your opinion of the devilish?
You ask me now? Now that you have helped werewolves slaughter an entire clan?
Are you kidding me? I wouldn't have thought you'd have a problem with murder.
I don't. Had they been stronger, they would have survived. It is simple enough. Still, it seems rather ghoulish to ask me so casually for an opinion where their corpses grow cold.
Really? Do you feel that way because they're elven?
You are elven yourself. Do you feel a profound kinship with all other elves, simply by virtue of their race?
No. No, I suppose not.
I would think not. I know little enough of the devilish other than the fact that my mother was one, or so I was told. She had fallen in love with an elven woodcutter and accompanied him back to the city, leaving her clan behind for good. And there, of course, the woodcutter died of some filthy disease, and my mother was forced into prostitution to pay off his debts. Oldest tale in the book.
Was the woodcutter your father?
How should I know? My mother was a whore, as you'll recall. None of the other elven boys in the whorehouse knew their fathers. I was not so unusual. I didn't know my mother either, of course. She died giving birth to me. My first victim, as it were. We were all raised communally by the whores. It was a happy enough existence, ignoring the occasional beating. Until eventually I was sold to the crows. I brought a good price, so I hear.
But... again, what does this have to do with the devilish?
My original point is that my mother's devilish nature was always a point of fascination for me. Through all the years of my crow training, the one thing of my mother's that I possessed was a pair of gloves. They were of devilish make, I knew that much, and beautiful. I had to keep them hidden, of course, as we were not allowed such things. Eventually, they were discovered, and I never saw them again.
Oh. Yeah, but you don't think of yourself as devilish.
Not at all. I think of myself as Antivan. Still, that did not stop me from running off to join a clan when I drew near Antiva City once. Naturally, the reality did not live up at all to the fantasies I had constructed as a boy, staring at those gloves. But such is life. Come, enough talk of the devilish. Let us move on.
I wonder why the expectation didn't leave her.